I know, that's sad to see. But the good news is that even though we make mistakes, sometimes we can come out ahead afterwards. Well, we're going to come out behind because it's going to cost me more money, but the AMC 304 powered chipper suffered a catastrophic blow because of one of my errors, and so I'm going to try and fix it. We do have bearing transfer on the crank, our freshly machined crankshaft, so we're going to try and clean the transfer off with old school method. And a bunch of people are going to tell me I'm doing it wrong, but we're going to try it anyway, because if it doesn't work, I have to regrind the crank anyway. So muriatic acid, or pool cleaner, will attack aluminum and not ferrous metals. And a really mild version of muriatic acid is oven cleaner. That's right. I'm going to use oven cleaner on my crankshaft. See if I can clean my number 7 rod bearing journal, because it has transfer from lack of lubrication. The good news is that if it's only transfer, we can probably get away with removing the aluminum transfer or the bearing transfer and then just hitting it with the polisher. And if it turns out looking good and it mics out good, then we're just going to go back together with new bearings, clean everything up. Mike's going to recon the rods, the 7 and 8 rods that were sistered on that journal, just to make sure that they are correct. And a complete gasket set, new camshaft, new lifters. I'm not going to risk running this camshaft and lifters in this engine because I don't want to have a break-in failure on this camshaft that tears up my brand new engine. I may use that cam and lifters in another engine that I find that if I've come across another 304 that needs that just has a wiped cam but seems to work, I might stick it in there and try and break it in and see what happens with it. If it breaks in, great. If it doesn't, then we'll know the answer. But that's not a time thing for now. Right now I'm going to chuck this thing up in a spot where I can oven clean my crankshaft. Let's see what happens with that. Oh, it's changing color. So, making pretty good progress there. It's turning black, and wipe it off and see what it looks like. So I sprayed that and let it sit for about an hour. So this is not a fast process, understand that. But if it allows me to get all of the material off, I want to drip pan so this stuff's not dripping down into my lathe. But if it works without me damaging the crankshaft any, then that's a win. Ooh, hands don't work like they used to, especially when they're in gloves. I use engine fogging oil when I'm keeping my bearings wet and clean. I don't use WD-40 because I've been told WD-40 actually attracts moisture on surfaces like this, so I have been advised to stay away from that. I've got a bunch of trash in the passage, which I'll make sure I clean that out with a drill bit to make sure no bits are stuck in there, and then flush it out with pipe cleaners when I'm all done. But for the moment, this stuff seems to be working. It's not a quick solution, but if it works, that's all I care about. Alright, well I have another engine I'm working on. I'm going to go ahead and work on it a little bit while this sits and works its magic. Let's keep working it. Lemony fresh. I feel like the dentist telling you not to scrape your teeth with sharp objects. Well, I need headway. You got a lot of the bearing transfer off. Might not be great, but we'll see. Just gonna hit it some more with this. Just let it keep working. I do not recommend doing this, but we're gonna see if we can save this little guy. Let's hit it with the polisher. Well, I think I've got that about as clean as I can get it. We'll hit it with the polisher now. And I'll run my drill bit through there to clean out my oil ports. You can see I have a little bit of scoring there, but because it's radial, it may be okay. We'll see what happens after we polish it. I apologize, there's not any real way to make that exciting. It just is what it is. This is what we do. Sometimes the stuff we do is cool, like this 66 Impala convertible. That's cool. Pretty neat car. Just doing what I do with alignments and making it great. This is nowhere near what's going to be called for in the specifications. Tubular uppers, tubular lowers. I got it with almost 3 degrees of caster and a -1/2 plus negative camber. Can't really go much farther with caster because you end up into the tires. I could actually move this back and put shims on the upper control arms, but these look really nice under the hood with no shims. And this thing will drive wonderfully with this setup. It was all over the place when it came in. It drove like a shopping cart. All the handling characteristics of a grocery cart. Yes, it was horrible. But I'm going to get my polisher out, polish that up, and we'll take it over and have the machinist look at it, see if he gives us the go-ahead with it. We checked it on the V-blocks. It's within a thou. Sometimes when you get heat on one journal, it'll make the thing freak out and do weird things. But when we checked it, it was only out a thou, which for what we're going to be doing, you know, that engine's never going to run more than 2,500 RPM, so it'll probably be okay. think we dodged a bullet. Well, we're on the mend with this guy. Getting ready to run over the mics. Pick up my 2 rod assemblies that I had him touch up. I've got 2 rod bearing kits, complete engine gasket set, camshaft lifters, I think that's it. There's something else I'm forgetting, but whatever. Engine's going back together. We'll have this thing hopefully humming next week. Got all the parts in, almost all the parts in for the Cadillac motor, so I'll be getting that assembled as well. And we'll be moving forward. Bruce is over here. He's been hammering on this kingpin job for 2 days. Now he's resorted to drilling after we had the lock wedge bolt molten hot, and it still won't release from the front axle. So he's over there drilling that now, which is never fun. Got a fuel tank coming out of an old Vic for a fuel pump. Lots of little things going on. We'll be getting around to to Paul's Mercury here shortly. I got some control arm bushings and other small items ordered for it, but we're making headway. I'm actually going up to Michigan. I was hoping to take this with me. That didn't work out. I'm actually heading up there this weekend. And next weekend's homecoming for my daughter, so I can't go up next weekend. So I rearranged some things. So I'm going to be gone for like the next 3 days, taking my mom and my dad up to visit with my mom's sister, my aunt, and my uncle. And it's going to be a nice weekend. Got to get out and see your family when you can, because tomorrow's not promised. But basically I'm down to cleaning my front cover and my oil pan, and I'll pick up my parts for Mike on Monday, and then hopefully I'll have this back together Tuesday or Wednesday, and then hopefully be running it, because I want this project to be at an end. But hey, that's projects. They take time. I'm probably a black silhouette looking at how that camera is pointed to the sun behind me. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're going to put a new cam in it. I do need to find a AMC that has a wiped cam so we can put this cam in and run it and see if it fails or not, just out of curiosity. Anyway, you guys have a great day. We'll see you soon. We'll be back at it on Tuesday. Have a great day.